All right, everybody, welcome back to Interesting as Fork, brought to you by our sponsors, the like button, located right below the video, and youtube.com/Captain Sparkles. It's a guy that looks pretty similar to me, even has a white background, although I think he's upgraded to a green screen recently. Pretty slick stuff with the whole quality versus quantity thing. You should check it out. Channel's linked in the description. He does good Minecraft. Let's start off with number 19 here, watering crops with a night's condensation. Oh, this is going to be so satisfying to watch. Oh my god. Oh, this is so satisfying. This isn't even Interesting as Fork. This is oddly satisfying. Does it go the entire way? Does it actually work? Are those nets there specifically in order to like catch condensation and make it really easy? God, that's so effective and efficient. Whoever came up with that is a freaking genius. You don't even have to pay for a water bill. You just get the water from the air naturally without having to use any power or anything. That is such a legendary tactic. I just want to imagine the first person who ever came up with this after noticing it on like some small piece of cloth. They're like, what if we do this over the entire field? And then they disturb it and watch the cascade. Oh, that has to be one of the top moments in human history right there. It just has to. There's no way it isn't. Astronauts falling over because they aren't used to the moon's gravity. I did not know that this video existed. This is amazing. It looks like Fall Guys. This is my character trying to run through the map in Fall Guys, being an unstable toddler. Nothing. Just nothing happens, and my character's like, well, time to fall now. Two pictures stitched together from a demonetized rally at Dankfest in 1934 make you realize how enormous it actually was. Mother of God. That's a lot of people. That year, 700,000 people participated. Actually, I looked up what are the biggest concert gatherings ever, and I believe that the biggest concert of all time was something in Brazil. It was like 1.2 million people. So, even more than that. I think it was on the beach, actually. And all I can think about, what do you do for the bathroom, dude? Oh, man. I guess it must be similar to like the ball drop in Times Square, where people wear diapers. Except even worse there because you're in the freezing cold. At least in Brazil, it was probably like moderate temperatures. Camazot's The Maya Batman. In 2014, Warner Brothers summoned 30 artists to reinterpret Batman on the occasion of its 75th anniversary. One of those who accepted the assignment was Christian Pacheco, owner of the design firm Kimball, based in Yucatan, Mexico. This was his design. That's pretty dope. I like the fangs. Although I wonder if the fangs would look weird coming over the top of a visible mouth underneath, but it looks very intimidating on top of just a black background. Also, that looks like a legit forged piece of metal. Pretty dope, dude. I feel like it wouldn't be very comfortable to fight crime in it, but dang, you could headbutt someone to oblivion with that. Just like run forward, bull form, and just... That'd be pretty gnarly. Medieval bathroom. What a short job to clean it. God, honestly, it's not much different than what a urinal is these days, really. I guess we just have like bleach that's poured in, but my sump pit, it's gone wrong twice, and I bet it's not much different. And it just, oh God, I feel really badly. The 2 times that my sump pit has messed up and the pumps have stopped working, I feel badly calling a plumber to work on it because it is that. That is the sump pit. It might be more modern. It might not be a thing of tile and stuff. There's pipes, but it's just gravity taking the short down with the little cascade of water with it, and it just goes into a pit. Once the pit's full enough, the pumps take it out, but when the pumps fail, it's just... We haven't really graduated all that far from the Middle Ages. SpaceX Falcon 9 leaving Earth's atmosphere and created a twilight phenomenon. Oh, is this gonna be the same thing that I saw a while back? Yep. Dude, I remember when that happened. Like, I wonder, is this the same one? Or is this just a different shot of the same one? Because that is downtown LA. That's the LA skyline. And, oh man, people were freaking out when that happened last time. I had no idea what it was, and then I went on Twitter and people were like, SpaceX. Oh, okay. I don't know how that happens. I don't know what the physics are behind it, but dude, so cool to see. So cool. A person wearing a full-face prosthetic mask to evade CCTV and facial recognition. That just looks very unsettling. I guess it is a good way to give yourself a personal touch. This takes the printing yourself on the cloth face mask that you wear on the bottom half of your face to another level. Just get a prosthetic of your own face and wear it over your face, and then you walk into a store and they're like, "Excuse me, sir, you need to be wearing a mask." You're like, you yank your face off your face, you're like, "But I am." Imagine the surprise, dude. The Scooby-Doo moments. Somebody being like, "Yo, you gotta wear a mask." You're like, "Oh, do I now?" This really puts a humpback whale's true size into perspective. Huge whale gif. That is a very large whale. I feel like it looks bigger in this particular clip than it does in real life. Maybe it's because it's super telephoto lens, but I've seen a humpback whale. Maybe this is just an absolute unit of one. It hasn't looked like a cruise ship exiting the water. Like, it's a big boy. But that looks like an absolute unit. If I've ever seen one before. Probably seems bigger because it's played in slow motion, which means obviously a absolutely gigantic thing that's like 1,000 feet tall or something. That would be like the real speed for it. So I think that's what creates a sense that it's so gigantic. But anyway, they're big. They're big boys. There's no doubt about that. They're big boys. That just made it look like 1,000 feet long or something. NASA once brought cats on a plane to test their skills in zero gravity. I can think of no more angry situation for a cat than that. Oh no, dude. Oh, it's trying to freaking land and it can't. Oh, the cats must be panicking so much. I've never seen a cat look comfortable as it's in midair, even if it's like working its way to twist its body around to land on its feet. It just never looks like it's in a good state of mind. It must just be like, what the heck is happening? I hate everything. Oh, no. Oh, man. A certain fish skin can be grafted onto burns and diabetic wounds. The material recruits the body's own cells and is converted eventually into living tissue. Bruh. You can become real-life Aquaman. Oh my god, that is so gnarly. If somebody hadn't told me what this is and they showed me this image, I'd be like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Are these just bandages with a fish skin print on them or something? It's actually fish skin? What in the world? Brother, it straight up looks like it could be a costume out of a movie. And I hope that this person had their injuries heal well and everything turned out fine. Can you imagine that it looks like this at first and then it actually just integrates into your own skin? Freaking science is gnarly, dude. This is truly interesting as fork. This baboon is helping his dog friend get rid of bugs. That's very nice. What do I have to do as a human to qualify for getting some grooming done, dude? If I just like put my head up to a monkey, would the monkey start being like, oh, all right, let's just take a look in there. All right, let's get a little bit of grooming done. Or does the monkey need to be presented with something that is completely covered in thick hair from head to toe? In which case, as much hair as I do have, I don't quite qualify as well as a dog would. This beach in Turkey with accessibility features. Wait, they've got a straight up ramp? They've got like a boat ramp for the chair. That's pretty dope, although it seems like it'd just get really cold. Maybe it's actually not cold. I don't know what the water is like in Turkey. But actually, they might have some pretty tropical temperatures in places. That's pretty cool. I just hope it's made out of stainless steel or something like that, so you don't have to worry about rust from the edges or something. Oh god, though, can you imagine like somebody out in the water just like getting hit by a wave at the inopportune time and just getting like slammed into the metal bars on that thing? That would be very fun. Also, I bet there's like a lot of barnacles growing on there and stuff, which are really sharp. Why is my head immediately going to all the dangerous things that could go wrong with this? John Thompson was home alone when he had both of his arms ripped off in a farming accident. He still managed to get up and dial for help via holding a pencil in his mouth. He survived and both his arms were reattached. Okay, I'm worried about clicking on this one, and also now I'm thinking about how screwed one would be having just a touchscreen cell phone. Yeah, actually, no, I do have a home phone line, but I don't know if I'd be able to, I don't know if I'd be able to get to it. Oh, God. And these arms are reattached? Would you have, I don't know if I'd have the mental capacity in that situation to think like, oh, let me go try to get, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do anything. Wouldn't you just, I'd be surprised if I was still conscious. I don't really want to think about it, but that's science, man. And this looks like an old photo. This is like science years ago. Modified US $1 coin with a hidden button for clasping and unclasping a sword. This must be like a thing that people do with doing coin modifications and stuff, because I feel like we've seen multiple of these on various subreddits with little puzzles where you can unlock hidden compartments within a coin. Wait, and then you press one of them and it releases. Like, how do you do that? It's so cool. That's so cool. Oh, there's like a little outline you can see of the button that you press down. Like, what do? You have a little miniature robot arm that you work on this with underneath a microscope? I don't even get how you do this sort of thing. It's just so tiny. Huge oceanic manta ray spotted near Trinidad. Sharks for scale. I wish I knew how big the shark was, because sharks also have a pretty big size range. They can be anywhere from like a couple feet all the way up to a great white. If that was a great white, I'd be like, oh my God, but I don't think it is. That said, I probably freak the heck out, even if it's a completely peaceful thing, doesn't sting. See that in the ocean, I'm just like, I'm going the other way. I can't breathe here, dude. The water doesn't work. I don't do well in water. I panicked when I was probably 12 years old. I saw a little sand shark when I was snorkeling in Catalina. That thing was probably like this big. They're sharks that you see in a touch tank, and I panicked. I'm like, it's a shark, dude. It's a shark in the ocean. What am I supposed to do about this? It's gonna eat me. This thing that has a mouth that's probably like this big. I'm ruined. And I paddled so fast back, and then I was like, I had a second to think. I'm just like, wait a minute. It's like this big. Why did I run away? I could have observed it. I've never seen one of those in the wild. That could have been pretty cool, but instead I was like, I panicked. What would I do in that situation? I don't know. I'd probably freeze up and just stop breathing. I don't know if that phrase is gonna be a demonetized thing, but I have seen this video before, actually. It's super, super gnarly. But anyway, you can read what it is. And because it's a full-on high production value Steadicam video. There's more to it, actually. They just started it I think I've seen this. Someone's just filming their Twitter right now. There's actual source footage of this that was put up. And there's like a 30-second lead up of just like beautiful Steadicam footage. And it looks like something out of a movie that then there's just a blast. It's so crazy. Would have been better with the source footage, but you get an idea here. I'm sure you can find the clip somewhere. Here are my removed and genetically modified white blood cells about to be put back in to hopefully cure my cancer. This is T-cell immunotherapy. It'd be interesting just to be looking at that and know that somehow this is going to cause a chemical reaction that hopefully makes you live. Just that bag of stuff, or maybe multiple doses of it over a period, but just somehow the atoms and molecules in there are going to interact with the atoms and molecules in you, and it's going to make you good. And that's the thing, when you think about it, there is some chemical reaction that could hypothetically take place that would make you live forever, right? There's some way that the right atoms could be introduced into your body in order to make a chemical reaction happen that would cause immortality. Like, the atoms and molecules exist. It's just we don't know how. We don't know what they are. We don't know the reaction that would need to be present, how to make that happen. But it feasibly, the materials exist. We just don't know what to do with them. But the reaction is there, right? For everything. For curing cancer 100% of the time, a reliable method. Like, there is some solution to that. It's just figuring it out. It's got to be really frustrating to be in that position as a researcher and know that there has to be a solution out there for all these things. Getting close, but just not quite being there. Anyway, but it's probably really gratifying when you figure it out. So, anyway, things to think about. Thank you very much for tuning in to the last month of Interesting as Fork. Make sure to like if you liked, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and yeah. Oh, also youtube.com/CaptainSparkles for other stuff. Playlist in the description for more of these videos, and that'll do it. I'll see you guys next time.